Hi, good morning here from Orangia. We live for the welcome back here to Orangia here in Bloemfontein. We're here at the 2020 Bowl South Africa Under 20 Junior Nationals. Today's match is JBA B versus Western Province A, and this is the fourth round of the sectional play. So we're joining the match as they're busy with the second end. The score is currently 2-0. Hopefully we'll stay out of Facebook jail today. Our video yesterday unfortunately was flagged for the last round, but hopefully that will come live. It is available on our YouTube channel. On the screen now, Bowls One Sport for Life. It was a wonderful match, Dad. Well worth the watch. So please go and visit our YouTube page and go and comment on that match as well. Please drop us a few comments. I see we've got a few already. Wonderful atmosphere here. The youngsters are really enjoying the bowls. Bright and up and early here. Nice, colourful kit. So, for the JBA side, we have the skip, who's Xavier, a regular here at the Junior Nationals. Zandile is third. Wanda is second, and Reese is lead. And on the Western Province side, we have Keegan, who's the skip, Armand, who's third, Dune, who's second, and Zandre, who's leading there. It should be a good match. I think they're going to give each other a hard time. They're just struggling at this stage with the length. It's early morning greens. They've had their trial ends now, and they're busy with their second end. Keegan on the mat. He'll be playing against Xavier. He's playing his last ball, but that one looks like it's short. Xavier will be playing with a little bit more weight here, trying just to move it backwards, but I think this one's going to end up short or being tripped out the front. So it's 1-2 Western Province. Zandre here with a good start. Getting a touch on our first ball. High fives all round. The toucher being marked. For those non-bowlers, when your ball touches the check, we mark it with chalk, or these days it's a chalk pen. That just indicates that that ball will stay live, even if it is moved into the ditch. It's only dead when it moves outside the playing rink. Another good ball there by Zandre. Putting the pressure on. Very important for the leads to put the pressure on. It determines the rest of the game's attacking what the opposition is doing. Just seems to be holding out a little bit on that side. We have a little bit of a wind blowing. Just holding out a little bit still. See who's joining us on the live stream. Remember, you can comment. We can see your comments on Bowls One Sports for Live's Facebook channel and YouTube channel. So, good morning, Nicolette Westhuizen, Lawrence de Jager, Gerald Rademeyer, and Susan Maitland. I hope you're enjoying. Now let's see who's gonna support which team. Let's see how many Western Province supporters we have there. Drop us a comment if you're supporting Western Province, and if you're JBA, drop us a JBA in the comments. Remember also, if you see a good shot, don't be scared to drop us a heart or a like or a funny face. Just quickly going to ask the players just to maybe move off the rink. Luckily we're on the end rink. Oh, wonderful shot there. Getting shot there. That is Zandile. A wonderful shot. And it looks like Western Province is still holding one there with that side ball. But I think it looks like a good measure between the two of them. I would favour the Western Province back one, but as Xavier is indicating there, he just wants Zandile to rest against that either second or shot ball. Just goes through the gap there. It's up to the skips. Yeah, some support for Dune from Oakdale Club. So also indicate where you're watching from and which club you are playing from. If you're a non-bowler, we'll explain the game of bowls a little bit to you guys. Xavier with a good weight here. Hi Lisa from Randburg. Hope everybody's enjoying the bowls. Yeah, some good support for Dune. A current score 3-1 in favour of Western Province. We'll give you an update on the other scores on this green when they run about the fifth end. We have a few good games here. On Rink 3 we have Namibia playing Boland, which is a key match. Namibia has not lost the game yet. Boland will be hoping to upset them. Xavier indicating they're 2 down. Wanda, I hear her nickname is Wonderful. Oh, Xavier just moving that back ball. Unfortunately we should, but just putting it back at where it should be. In on the mat. Two good bowls there. Looks like Western Province might be holding a shot still. They're playing with the green stickers, so luckily we can see a little bit, and JBA is playing with the orange. Our friends on YouTube, Yuri van Wyk watching from Bloemfontein. Hope you're enjoying the bowls. Wonderful atmosphere here at the juniors. They're playing with such excitement here. The wind is not as strong as it was yesterday. There's only a light breeze. So I think we should get good bowls today. Not that we had bad bowls yesterday. It was wonderful action. There were a few matches that were changing each bowl, and some that came down to the wire. The results are available on our Facebook page and on our website. It gets updated each round. So you can visit www.bowls1sportforlife.co.za. Lots of support for JBA here with some province supporters. Let's see your comments. We're currently on 47 views on Facebook. We're already enjoying the bowls. So nice to be back at Bloemfontein at Orangia. Where the under 20s are playing. The under 15s are playing at Oostudente. Yeah, for those who don't know, they're playing 15 ends. Time limit 2 hours and 15 minutes. With a bell on the 2 hour mark just to indicate there are 15 minutes left. Xavier have a long discussion with his first Zandile. Walking confidently back to the mat. He's first up. Zandile's nickname is Spider among his team members. Xavier just indicating the line he needs to play. He just wants him to basically get the outside of that front opposition bowl, which is currently second shot. Xavier looks good. He looks confident, just needs to get past that one. Oh. That's in a good spot there. Dune's mum and dad joining us on the broadcast. Please remember to share this video onto your own wall as well, and onto groups that you are part of. We're trying to get as much viewers as possible. It's very important that we get as many viewers as possible on our streams. It just makes it easier when we need to go to possible sponsors to say we're going to give them this much exposure. So yeah, we need all the bowlers to share this video with their non-bowling friends as well. Xavier unlucky there, promoting the Western Province ball, but they're still holding shot. But now it gives Keegan the opportunity to maybe just get a touch onto that front ball of his, and then maybe moving that shot ball out. Let's watch it as it goes down the line. Looks like it might be a bit wide. It's coming back in. Oh, it's close. Oh, wonderful shot. Sandile indicating they're down. Xavier is close. Oh, just misses this line. Armand. That's 1-2. Western Province. Keegan deciding it's better to declare that ball than possibly mess it up. Bit of a dangerous return of his ball there. So Western Province will have control of the jack again. Like I said earlier this morning, there's a few nice new kits around. I see BGN playing with new colors, as well as sables, and yesterday we had the Northern Cape team and their practice shirts as well. So we'll quickly give you an update on the other scores. Most of the rings have now completed their fifth end. Like I said, on this rink, the current score on rink 1 is 4-2. In favor of Western Province. Then next door on ring 2 we have a wonderful draw there by Rees. On ring 2, we have Northwest versus BGN. Current score there is 5-4. Next door, it is Eden versus Namibia. We're just going to give you an update on the score. Oh, sorry, Boland versus Namibia. Namibia currently on 9, Boland on 1. Then next door, it's Southern Free State versus Eden. I can see Eden has 6. I'm just waiting for the players to move out of the way. Then we can give you an indication of the score of Southern Free State. And then on ring 5, we have the other JBA side playing against Sables. And then right at the end, we have Boland versus KZN Country. I'll get their score at KZN Country versus Boland. Looks like the score is 4-6 in favor of Country. Please also remember all the action photos of the under 15s has been posted onto our wall last night. So tonight we'll put all the action photos of the under 20s. So please go and like the pictures, tag your friends if they are in there. Looks like JBA is holding 2 here. Maybe just 1, yeah, just the 1. Just to explain the positions for our non-bowlers, your lead is basically your starter. Her or his responsibilities is basically placing the mat and rolling the white ball that we refer to as a jack to a specific length. The mat can be placed anything from the 2 meter words upwards, and then the jack can be rolled. The jack needs to be at 23 meters minimum distance from the front line of the mat. Then you have your second. Second basically complements your lead in gameplay. Normally also playing a drawing game or positional draws, and is responsible for the scoreboard and the scorecard or the flipboard if you are on the board and don't control the card. And your third is basically your vice captain. That's the person who walks the most in my experience, because he has to walk across when he has to play and then walk back across when the skip is playing. The skip is basically the captain of the side. They normally play more attacking shots if needed, or positional play, depending on if they're holding. They'll be covering from the back or maybe putting something in front. So it's basically the front rank is drawing game and the back is more a positional play or controlling, just to make sure that they covered all the bases at the back and at the front. And the other thing for our non-bowlers, the playing surface we refer to as a green. Each green is divided into playing arenas, basically. Similar to 10-pin bowling, we have the lanes, we have rinks. And the balls need to end up in between the lines of the rink to be considered live. In this game, if the jack is moved outside the white lines of the rink, we call it a burned end, and that burned end basically So JBA is still holding here. Xavier will be just trying to either draw in there and get a second shot, not try to move the jack. Where Keegan will be trying to either promote one of his front balls there at the front or just get a touch onto that shot ball. So he's playing the forehand. So I think his idea is the two options of maybe getting a touch on his front ones or getting onto that shot ball and just moving it out of the way. He's in a good line here. It's all about the weight now, and it's going to be close. He just needs to sneak inside. Oh, just being tripped out by his own ball, but now he has another ball to front ball to use. He might play with a little bit more weight because he can always move his ball onto that shot ball. Wonderful attempt there by Xavier. But it's a good back ball. The one thing is Keegan won't want to move the jack backwards to those two waiting back balls of JBA. He does have the best back at the moment, but I think he'll attempt the same line. Maybe just adding half a meter of weight on that one. Let's see, it looks to be good. Spinning in now. I might have just added too much weight and just coming back at the moment. Yeah. Just missing his line slightly, but it's difficult on these greens. It is changing as it's drying out as well, so the lines are changing. It's still new. They've been playing on this direction yesterday as well, so it's now the fourth round on the same direction, so it's speeding up quite nicely. Zandile is measuring for second shot. Just waiting for the update of the score. I think it was just one there. Like I said, they're playing 2 hours 15 minutes time limit, 15 ends. Yeah, score is 4-4. Yeah, it's nice to get the youngsters back on the greens. I really enjoy seeing them back on the green. It's been a long period from 2019. It's nice to have them back on the greens. I think it's a good thing that this tournament can continue. It's a big motivation for the youngsters in the districts and for the clubs to promote the sport, because you can always go to the schools and say there is opportunity for the youngsters where they can play, and luckily there isn't any limits on how many teams a district can enter like in some of the other competitions. So yeah, they can go and enjoy. And many sides are bringing 4 to 5 teams, getting the youngsters exposed. It's also sponsored by the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. So each district also gets some funds from the department to get the teams here. So there is assistance for the districts for each team. So that is nice. Hi Trish, we're missing you this side, on the commentary side. Just getting the cameras to a bit of a lag on the cameras. Hopefully we'll be able to sort that out in a minute. Unfortunately, we are dependent on the internet at the venues, but it looks like at least some of the cameras are still not experiencing lag. So yeah. Good draw there by Xavier, getting a toucher. See, we're up to 57 live views. Remember, even if you're not watching these games live, please comment on the videos when you're watching them later on after work maybe. Or if you're one of the youngsters watching the game after you've played your day, please drop us a comment, drop us a hi or a like, and please share with your friends on your channels as well. Xavier going on a bit of a attacking shot, just trying to get that second shot out of shot ball. It looks like that one might be holding shot now. Xavier not happy. He's an experienced bowler. He's been playing here for many years. We've got the camera, the lag has been restored. Yeah, normally it takes just a few minutes for the networks just to catch up to the video stream. Luckily, when it gets loaded onto Facebook after we've been live, most of those issues are sorted out. So it shouldn't be an issue if you're watching this later on again. But please remember to follow us on Balls One Sport for Life. We're currently on just over 10,000 likes. We would like to push it up to 15,000, so please share our page to your friends and family. The more friends and family we have on our supporters for bowls, the better chance we have at getting sponsorships and stuff like that for tournaments like this one. And always remember to support our current sponsors as well. Many of them been involved in the sport of bowls for many years. We have Personal Trust, Perfect Delivery, Studderford Van Lines, and then the Department of Arts for Sports, Arts and Culture. That's the main sponsor for this event. Zandre leading for JBA. Quite a nice fluent action. Just needs to come back. On that side yesterday we saw that it tends to hold out a little bit longer, but we had quite a breeze blowing across, taking the balls out. Dune on the mat. A little bit of a bump, but it's a good line. I think that little bump, just struggling with the timing a little bit, but she'll get that right. I think they all still kind of stiff after last night's or yesterday's play. By Friday, you'll see the guys are quite fluent because they've been playing for 4 days straight. Just needs a meter on that one. She needs to just look at her timing. Then she'll be on. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that looks to be a good one. She's added, looks like she might be adding that one that's needed. I love the line here. Come on. Just goes through, goes through, goes through. Oh, almost wonderful. Just needs about another half a meter and it will be shot. But it's definitely in count still. I can only see one JBA ball there in their head. Well, actually the two blue ones, but I think the black ball is holding shot at the moment. Xavier asking Sandile just to maybe move the jack about a meter to the back, in between those two blue balls of JBA. And now we're up to the thirds, the vice captains. So yeah, please drop us a comment. Are you enjoying the broadcast? Any suggestions? Do you enjoy the dual screen view where you can see the delivery and the head, or would you prefer just the one? We're currently using 4 cameras. Nice system we have here. Quite mobile as well, so we can move it around quite easily. And we're not dependent on any wires or electricity. It's all on battery packs. So as long as we have network, we'll be able to bring you the bowls. Oh, that looks to be a good bowl. Support for June. Hope all the family is watching. Giving a call to everybody on Facebook who knows her. Sandili with the right line there just needs to add about a meter, then it'll be on the jack. Looks like this one is pointing, picking up the jack and putting exactly where Xavier wanted it. Wonderful shot there by Zondile, the spider. I think you'll definitely get a high 5.5 here from Xavier, yes. A nice competitive atmosphere on the green. Once they're off the green, you can see the kids bonding and saying yes. Bonding, and that was the best thing on Monday when the registration was starting. As soon as the bus stopped, first thing is greet the old friends, get back on the green and get rolling. We're joined in commentary by Terry Turner from JBA, part of the Soweto project there. Nice to have you here with us, Terry.
Awesome to be here, and it's actually so wonderful to see all of these kids playing and the enthusiasm that they play with.
Yeah, no, it's great to have them back after the few years of COVID, and last tournament we held in 2019. I think the kids, I was just talking to telling the people when we got here on Monday, all the kids, first thing they did was greet each other, and the second thing was getting back onto the greens.
That's exactly what it was. If anybody's been down to Bloemfontein, to the Junior Nationals, they'll understand exactly what Jock is just saying. You know, it affected bowls throughout the country, but nobody more than the juniors. This is the one event that they come down, and it is like meeting long lost friends before anything else. That is why they are here. Everybody knows what district and their names and how they play. So the banter that goes on for a long time after this tournament on social media with kids is not seen in the open sections of bowls.
Yeah, no, and I think the other thing is it's also a motivation for getting new bowlers in this age group into here, because you have the motivation of this wonderful tournament for the youngsters, and they know they're going to have fun here and have some good bowls. Yeah, but tell us a little bit about what's happening there in Soweto.
Oh, that project has been running for about 5 years now. We are in the third phase of building the rink in Soweto. We've had our teething problems, but it has been our learning curve for what we're wanting to do, because we are wanting to set up these single rinks rather than full greens in all the areas of Soweto, because the children walk from school to go down to play. So if we set up 5 or 6 satellites where 5 or 6 schools per rink can be serviced, then we can open up a really meaningful schools league. And the children, I mean, when it was open for the short while it was, we had so many children coming down and rolling, and because parents are not there, parents are out of Soweto, they are working, they're getting home 5:30, 6:00, 7 o'clock at night. So instead of these children going onto the streets, they're getting onto the bowls green and they are playing. I mean, you can testament to that is how well JBA players are playing compared with 2019. We were at the bottom of the log then. We are really competing now, and that's just because these kids are getting out there and playing. So the more we do out there, it's a huge project. We have opened up a non-profit company to help us do that, so to raise funds, and it's to develop youth bowls in the country, not just for Soweto, for youth, plain and ordinary, throughout the country. We will raise funds so that these children can play with each other when they want to, and youth playing with youth. We've actually seen the value in that and what it has brought to our game.
Yeah, no, definitely. And the nice thing about bowls is everybody can get involved. You don't have to be the most athletic player to get involved into the sport of bowls. And there is a space for those players who maybe not able to play soccer as good as the other ones, or cricket or rugby, or who don't want something that's non-contact. And the other thing bowls teach you is a little bit of etiquette and discipline. And that's always good for the youngsters at this stage. I'm also a coach myself, so I have a youngster playing for Northern Cape today, yeah, and one for Nebo who's moved. So it's nice to see them here, and you can see the difference bowls makes in their lives. And once you play this game, you get hooked.
It is truly a life-changing sport, and it is one sport for life. We have realized that. You know, there are so many children that can't compete in the other competitions, but they are learning everything that sport has to teach as far as camaraderie. Everything that you're learning in a team sport, you are now doing with bowls, and you can play with your granny and your grandpa, your brother, your sister, and your mom and your dad. I don't think there's a sport in the world that you could do that with.
Yeah, currently with Northwest at the moment, they have 3 generations playing. In their own one. So at this game we have the grandfather who's on my committee taking the pictures, the father who's manager, and the wife is also a manager, I think, and then there you have the 2 youngsters playing. So it's a nice thing for bowls. It's a nice sport for everybody to get involved in. I think, like I always tell my wife, I wish I knew about bowls about 20 years ago. These youngsters know about bowls 20 years before we did. So imagine what great bowlers they'll be by the time they get to 30.
Any person who has started bowls in their 40s or their 50s, the first thing that comes out of their mouths is, I wish I had known about this sooner. You know, and it's just so true.
Yeah, and if you think many of these players are starting at the age of 10, so by the time they're 20, they've played, and this is really competitive bowls they're playing at this tournament. There's no relaxed game. Once they're on the green, it's full on action, and it's good tight heads. And they're playing at a high standard. So by the time they get to 20, they have 10 years experience over most other players.
Well, that's exactly what it is. If you look at Xavier and the JBA skip that you're looking at today, his first tournament, he was 10 years old. We couldn't find a shirt, a district shirt big enough small enough for him. He came in. He is now skipping aside, and this boy is now playing seriously competitive bowls. He is now making a mark, especially this season in the JBA district. He really is doing very, very well. And he's now 16, turning 17.
Yeah, and already competitive.
Hugely competitive. Hugely competitive.
So imagine by the time he's 26... He'll be the next role model for the under the 10s, where he had the role models of Jerry Baker and Jason Evans. I know Jason Evans is quite involved in your project as well.
He is so involved. This man has been an absolute anchor. Anything we have needed for youth bowl development, he has been amazing with the Soweto development for us. But he has spent a lot of time. He gives a lot of time back to junior sport.
Definitely. The side doing quite well. It's a tight game, giving you a few extra grey hairs with this tight scores. How's your other sides doing?
The A side is doing very nicely. We are 12, I think it's 3 or 4 up. No, while I've been sitting here, I'm going to have to go and do my job properly. No, they are now 12-8 up against Sables. They were 12-3, so people, I'm going to bid you farewell very, very soon. I need to go and do some work.
Yeah, and this
my seaside is down at the moment, but playing very, very well. So I cannot complain about my players.
I watched the seaside yesterday playing Northern Cape. Some good bowlers there in that side. Quite a young side, your seaside.
They are. It's their first year in under 20s. They've come up from under 15s.
Yeah, so they'll build. And the nice thing is, if you have 4 or 5 youth teams, you have a feeding into your senior sides at some stage, and your under 30 tournament as well.
Exactly.
So it's basically for any district, they need to invest in their youth because that's your feeding ground into your new talent and building. What the one thing people tend to forget is if you get the children involved at some stage, you get the parents involved as well.
Well, for us, Randburg Bowls Club in Joburg have learned that truly. We have got an influx of novice bowlers that are coming in, but they are bringing in their children with them. And really, the future of the sport at the moment is with the between 30 and 40. Those are the guys that are going to start building, where they are going to bring their kids in to build a future from there. So you need all the tiers being built.
Yeah. No, it's you can't miss any one of the tiers as you refer to them. You need to get your youngsters in, your novices in, and then also looking after your veterans and your professional players.
Absolutely. And Jock, I'm going to bid you goodbye.
Yeah,
I'm going
thank
to go
you very much
to
for
the
joining us.
side of mine
Yeah.
and tell them to get their
I will.
acting together.
Okay.
Cheers,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thanks, Terry.
Thanks.
Bye. Oh, wonderful to have Terry. Yeah, she's been a fixture of the juniors for many years, doing lots of work in the development side. So a quick update on this score. Sorry for that interruption, but luckily it's always nice to speak to Terry. So I think you were able to watch the balls at least, even though we weren't talking about them. But yeah, it's nice to have Terry here. She's doing lots of work there in Soweto. Her and the other manager, Enoch, they are doing really fine work there in JBA. Probably, if you're interested in doing something similar or getting involved with her, get in touch with her. She's always willing to talk to you and give advice. When I'm stuck on some things, I also give her a call. Because she has lots of experience of working with the youth and doing some great work there. Yeah. Zandri there with a good ball. Let's see what Reese does here. Just short on that one. Dune on the mat. Just needs to get inside that blue one. She's had a consistent good line. This one looks a lot smooth. No bump there. I think she's sorted out that timing issue. I think it's going to be close. That one's going to be on the jack almost. Oh, just needs to get inside. Yeah, but it's shot. Much more smoother delivery there. Oh, one over with a good ball there. Yesterday we had some of the local press around here as well. They did a wonderful article. It's available on News 24. One, I wouldn't want to repeat that last one. Maybe just get inside that front white ball. Yeah, it's going outside. Yeah. Oh, almost getting a touch on that back ball. Hi, Shami. Yeah, we're going to do the score updates in a moment. We're just waiting for the everybody to complete their 10th end. What I can do is I can quickly, as soon as this end is done, we'll give you a quick update. Hopefully everybody will be standing away from the scoreboards. The current score here is 7-4 in favor of Western Province. Getting a little bit of a weak whack there. Ending up in a good position. The wind picking up a little bit now. It's blowing across into the clubhouse. We'll quickly give you an update on all the scores. We're just sending a runner through. I'll do this green here. I'm promoting his own ball up there. Sandila on the mat. Very cool. Calm and collected. Third. He's had a good game. Nice, good delivery. Well coached. I think it just needs a little bit more weight on that one. But a good line. Now it's Keegan and Xavier on the mat. Yes, Craig, yeah, it is definitely a life-changing experience for families. An interesting story at my own club. The young player who's playing here at the Nationals that I coach, Lerato, she got introduced to the sport by her dad, who was actually looking for something that he could do to bond with his daughter. He's actually a soccer coach and a DJ, so you might have heard him on the previous live stream when we did inter-districts. But yeah, he basically saw a post on Facebook that I posted, and then he decided, well, this looks like fun for me and my daughter to try. They went to a practice at the match, giving me a WhatsApp, a Facebook message and say, when can we go and try and look at the sport? And yeah, 3 years later, and they're still involved in the game, and Robin himself is a very competitive bowler. Did quite well in the singles, Northern Cape singles. And Lerato is made the under-20s side. Still using it a lot for bonding. Nice thing for them to play together. They're hoping to play the mixed pairs, which is happening next week and at in the Northern Cape at our sub-district. But yeah, it will all depend on what happens this week and how Lerato feels after the 4 days. Okay, on Green B, a quick update. We have Eden versus Eden C versus Northern Free State. The current score is 9-4. Then we have BGN versus Natal Inland. Natal Inland currently on 25-3. Then City Beng versus Southern Free State is 17-6. Then Natal Inland versus Eden A. Eden is leading 15-10 there. Then on Green C we have Northwest versus BGN. It looks like they uh, all tied up on 8-8. Then we have JBA C versus Sables. JBA C on 3 and Sables on 11. Then we have Border versus against Northern Cape. Northern Cape down there 320 versus Border. And then we have Ekurhuleni versus Eden on 18-7. Okay, and then on this screen we have Northwest on the second rank, 16-7. Then we have Namibia versus Boerland on 15-5 in favor of Namibia. And then we have Eden versus Southern Free State. I can see Southern Free State just picked up something there. We're just waiting for them to update the score. Now I can see it looks like Eden is on 13. Just wanting to see, and Southern Free State is on 3. Then we have the other JBA side versus Sables. Sables on 8 and JBA on I will give you an update on that one later on. We're just waiting. One of the players is sitting in front of the board. 15. It's 15 to and then the last match we have Boerland versus Natal Inland. It looks like it's 10-9 in favor of Boerland. Hi, Joss. We've been speaking, we spoke about you yesterday when David explained how you got your nickname he gives you. When we were watching the Formula One highlights, and he was complaining about the only Hamilton he likes is you. So Mr. David Hammer told us the story how you got your nickname, you and Curly. Oh, wonderful draw there by Dune. Holding shot. Support for JBA. Let's see how many support we have for Western Province on the live stream. Also drop if you support who you're supporting at when you're watching this later on as well. It goes onto Facebook and it stays there forever. So you'll be able to watch this. And it also goes on to YouTube. Nice new feature we have. We can multi-stream now. So it allows us to put a stream out on both YouTube and Facebook and then cross post from there. Just an update on that score. I just had it the other way around. It's JBA on 6 and Western Province on 7. Oh, good ball there by Zandile. Keegan asking Armand just to draw in there. They're one down. Looks to be a good line, yeah. Just needs to rest out. Yeah. Well drawn by Armand. Xavier will be just trying to draw in there with a little bit of weight maybe. Don't want to be short. It looks to be a good line. It's cutting the center line at the moment, just narrow. But great weight on that one. Keegan will just try to outdraw that second shot on the backhand. He's looking after it. Well drawn there. Looks like they're one down, maybe two for the measure. Xavier just needs to add a. It's gonna be close. Oh, he's promoted his own ball up. It's a very exciting head here, so we can excuse the players for watching. That's 1-2 Western Province. They move on to 8. Hi, Sonja van Zyl, watching all the way from Gabon in Central West Africa. Able to watch Sheldon play yesterday. It's wonderful to bring you the bowls. That's the idea, is to bring the bowls to you guys on your screen, and also then give exposure to the sport to non-bowlers, and as well as maybe giving a channel that we can possibly secure sponsorship in the future. Unfortunately, it's too expensive to put bowls onto one of the main channels like Supersport. On that subject, how many of you guys watched the game, the Super Sport broadcast yesterday on channel 210 from the Masters, and how did you enjoy it? I know we were quite supporting. We had a Secha who's on our committee who was part of the first game that they broadcast. So we told her exactly what shot she should have been playing. And then we were watching to see if we could see ourselves on the screen as well. Unfortunately, the only time I was close to the screen was when they had my camera at the back onto the screen. So all the rest of the committee were quite famous, with Henry and Dalian and even Johan being on the screen. Unfortunately, the camera was on the screen. So I'm a bit disappointed in that. Yeah, if you have missed that, it is available on Catch Up. So yeah, go and enjoy it there, and give us a comment if you've watched it and what you think about it. A wonderful head developing here. It's one down, but now at least Western Province has a front ball protecting there. Wanda will be trying to just get in there. She's playing with a little bit more weight. Just needs to bend now. And it looks like it's going to be close. Oh, promoting another ball up. Now there's a Xavier asking Zadile just to get a touch onto that blue front ball of theirs and promote it up into the jack. Okay. Zadile saying he's more comfortable playing the other side, maybe trying to just rest against that shot ball. He's playing with a nice weight here, just needs to go a bit narrower on that weight. But remember, yesterday's last game is available on YouTube. We're just waiting for our video to be released from Facebook jail. And that was a Western Province ball that was promoted there. Now at the back. Andile will be looking for another weighted shot. Better control here. It's not as fully weighted as the previous one. Just needs to get a touch on any one of those balls. Oh, almost getting the result he wanted. Let's see what Keegan is doing here. think he's just going to put one just in front. Good weight on that one. If he got the line right, I think that might either he has the option of promoting Dune's front bowl there into the head, and but he just needs to be careful of those two blue bowls. I haven't heard a call for the umpire this morning, so it looks like all the Xavier just missing his mark there. Keegan will just need to adjust his line a little bit. He does have the option of promoting Dune's bowl as well. Good start there, Baz Andre. Skip quite impressed that he doesn't have to move the jack too much off the center line. I remember that the ball gets centered after the delivery from the lead, and it has to be over 23 meters from the front line of the mat. Looks to be a good draw here by Rees. Sandre with a good weighted shot there, just needs to adjust the line. Rees will want to, how I refer to it, copy and paste. Nice delivery by Dune. KZN country score is currently 15-10 in favor of country. Then the other scores on this rink is JBA versus Sable, 17-8. Then Southern Free State versus Eden is 6. I'll just wait for the player to move out of the angle of the board there. 14. So it's Eden leading 14-6. Then on ring 2 we have Northwest leading BGN 19-8. Quite a big lead heading up there. They're on the 13th fence, so they're almost done. The bell will be rung any minute now. 8 minutes left till the 2-hour bell. And then they have 15 minutes after that. If they I can just give you an update on country. They've beaten Boland 15-10 after the final end has now been completed. Actually, the scoreboard has now been updated. It is 16-10 in favor of country. Oh, almost picking up the jack there. So, Dune holding shot there for Western Province. They're on the 13th end now, so it's 2 after this one. Obviously, Zandre Xavier here with a good ball. It looks going to be close. Oh, what a ball! That's 1 to Western Province. Xavier almost getting that one. Narrowing, missing out on the measure. So Western Province moving on to 10. Wonderful first start there from Reese. Oh, wonderful reply there by Reese, just putting one at the back. Yeah. Dion just needs to add about another meter to get onto that shot ball. Wonderful wonder on the mat. Green speeding up quite a bit now. One at the back, that's the base back ball. Dion with a good weight there. The 2-hour bell. Now they have 15 minutes to complete their 15 ends. Quick update on the score next door on ring 2. Northwest winning against BGN 22-9. Then on the other ring, they're also on the last end now. So it's Boland down to Namibia 19-6. It looks like Boland holding there. We'll see what happens on that one. And then on the fifth rink, where JBA is playing against Sables, the current score is 9. Unfortunately, they just put a cap over the JBA score. They're on the 13th end. So JBA holding with the blue ball. Reese's blue ball on the just the side of the jack. Keegan will just try to either get a touch onto the jack or the shot ball. The weight was there, just needs to adjust his line a little bit if he's going to play that same weight, or maybe just take about 1.5 meters off. Xavier will be just trying to get another shot in there. They need at least a 2 or a 3 here. It's going to be close. Oh, wonderful. Good use of that front ball. I think Keegan will be trying just to split those two. He just needs to get everything perfect to get that done. He had the weight on the previous one, so he just needs to adjust his line. I think he might just have taken too much off here, but let's watch. It's close. Oh, wonderful attempt there. Xavier declaring that ball. Taking the 2. So they move on to 8. JBA 8-10. So last end only 2 points in it. A very important end here. Only 2 points in it. A good start from Reese here will put the pressure on Western Province. Reese is really coming to his own at the last few ends here. This one, he just needs to roll out. Oh, wonderful draw, putting the pressure on. Zandre resetting herself. She's looking after it, but it's not coming back as much as she wanted to. I think she just needs to add a little bit more weight. The line was perfect. Yeah. Oh, looks to be a good one. Yeah, wonderful ball there. Wonderful ball there by Zandre. I hope she's getting a few hearts and likes there from you guys on the live stream. That was a wonderful ball. This is a pressure end. Let's see what wonderful Wanda can do here. It's also on a good line. She's going to be close. Oh, what a Dio needing to put one at the back just to protect. Western Province just needs the one. They don't need a multiple score. They just need to make sure that JBA doesn't have an opportunity to. Oh, that's a good second shot there. Wanda will just want to repeat that last one. She looks interested. Xavier also looks interested. Just needs to hold. Oh, what a beautiful attempt. Both balls were beautifully attempted. Keegan desperately wanting one at the back. Oh, it's going to be another good one. And that's that's a wonderful back ball there by Dune. I hope Mum and Dad is still watching. Let's hear from the family of Dune. Are you still there? Have you enjoyed that ball? That was a wonderful draw there, putting the pressure onto JBA. Zandile needs to fabricate a 2 out of here somewhere. He's playing with a little bit more weight. I think he just needs to go a bit narrower if he wants to play with that weight. The wind is now blowing across as well, so I don't think he has to be too hard on himself. Vermont just needing to get one at the back. I think Zandile will still be going for that drive shot. Just needs to adjust his line a little bit. Now this looks a little bit more controlled. Oh, just going through the gap. Wonderful attempt. Real nail biter here. Let's see if Xavier can imitate his hero Jason Evans. But the wind just died down a little bit, so I don't think it does affect the shot. He just needs to calm down. His coach and manager Jenny talking to him now. Down a little bit and adjust his line. Keegan will just need to do something and protect the back if that jack pops out. It looks like he's going to put one in close, putting the pressure on. Yeah, good spot there. I think if Xavier misses this one, don't think Keegan will be playing his last one. Good weight. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Oh, so close. Oh, wonderful. It looks like it's 2-2. It's 2-2 Western Province, and they move on to 12-8. A wonderful game here. The youngsters really entertained us. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Join us in a few minutes. We'll be bringing you the next game is Boerland versus Northern Cape. I'll have to be impartial in that one, but my heart will be supporting the Northern Cape. So yeah, it's good to be here. Hope everybody's enjoying it. But yeah, no, it's a wonderful game we just had, and we'll be back in a few minutes. See you all in a bit. And the next game is going to be the big one for me. It's Northern Cape versus Boerland. Yeah, and just a last update on that. Match is still going on. Southern Free State has lost 16-8 to Eden, and JBA currently just check, it's a good head there. They're playing the last ball, so it's definitely still in play. So JBA has won there. Just waiting for the final score, but it's going to be 17-10, or it might be 18-10. We'll just say they've flipped all the boards now, so we can't see the scores. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the live stream, and we'll see you all in a bit for the next game, which is going to be Boland A versus